Bro, what are you doing with your life, bro? What do you like? I thought you said you want to be great. I thought you said you want to be the best, but you don't act like you don't move like it. You wake up late, you sleep late, you don't study, you don't work out, you don't want this, and no one's gonna feel sorry for you when you don't get it. That's your problem.
You want to live a good life? Yes. I like to drink. I like to eat burger. Okay. You're going to pay the bill in the future.
You want to become best. You want to become champion. And now you want to say like you tired? Who cares? You tired or not? Nobody care about you. Even you, if you're going to watch fight, you just watch fight. They walk out inside the cage, they fight, and they leave. You don't know what happened behind the scenes. This is not your business. Nobody care about this. He was tired. He have personal problem, family. Nobody cares. You don't know. Like you just see how he fight and he go. And for this one, you have to train so hard. There is always gonna be champions with your name. This is your choice. You wanna put your name there? Okay, work hard. No. Bye.
Sun don't stop for nobody, man. Sun don't stop. Sun gonna be up in the morning regardless. That sun is gonna be up in the morning regardless of how I feel and how depressed I am. The sun is gonna shine in the morning, and at nighttime the moon gonna be there, and you gonna look up. These days gonna keep going by. So do you let the days go by and look up, and you done wasted a year doing what? Or do you just pick it up? All right, well, gotta figure it out. Made some mistakes. Life goes on. Let me figure out life from this point.
Life isn't fair at all. At all. So what are you going to do about it? I knew that no one was coming back to help me. No one was going to miracle me to be somebody special. Everybody that called me, my dad, my mom, all my situations were on me now. And solely on me.
The fact is that the more responsibility that you take on, the more in control you feel. And the more you feel in control, the greater freedom you experience, especially in your own mind. When you feel completely free, you make better decisions and you do more of the things that you really want to do. Fully 99% of all our difficulties and problems exist only because we are able to blame someone or something else for them. The instant that you stop blaming, your negative emotions begin disappearing. What is the antidote to blaming? It's simple. Since your mind can only hold one thought at a time, either positive or negative, you can override all your negative emotions, eliminate the tendency to blame and become angry, simply by saying the words firmly, I am responsible.
Where you are in life right now is exactly where you chose to be, whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not. That is the reality of the situation. There's a plethora of opportunity, access, and information out there for you to become successful, for you to build the life that you want. Oh yeah, but my life, my parents, third world country. I'm from a third world country. Look at me now. What? You can't do it. Who's holding you back? The system, the man, the woman, the ideology, the culture? All that stuff, bro. If you want to become a high-tier individual and if you want to live life on your own terms and be the wielder of your future, the main character of your life, then you need to start moving with intention. You need to start moving and operating with a lot of power. You need to move as if you own this place, and you will. Because if somebody else was able to do it and somebody else was able to be successful in the past, why can't you be that person? So where you are right now in life, whether you believe it or not, is where you chose to be. And that is the truth. So ladies and gentlemen, where do you want to be?
You know, we're all writing a book. What's your book look like? What does your book look like? Like your life is a book. You got a bunch of chapters in your book, but when they close that book, how good was the book?
It's always been inside of you trying to come out, but you've never wanted to unwrap it because it's too much pain and commitment. You were scared you were going to fail. You were scared if you started, you never finish it. You didn't want to tell anyone about it. You knew it was there, but you never wanted to embark on it until something hits. You get fired or somebody else gets success, remind you of what you could have been. And then the spark is born. But now it's getting hard and you're wondering if you've got the nuts to ride it all the way through. What you're wondering right there, that weak mentality, is the old you coming back. Don't listen to that. You've got to sideline those thoughts. Kick the neighbor out. Don't let him in your house. Get rid of all these weaknesses. Accept the journey at hand, knowing it's going to be tremendous. But with tremendous effort comes tremendous reward. It's a worthy cause you're on right now. You're not telling me what it is. I think that's a mistake too. You should tell everybody what it is. Let everybody know what's weak about you. Because that's not who you are anymore. Just by saying it. It's right there. You're publicly saying, I'm better than this. I want to move on. I'm not scared of this. This thing is no longer going to be a handicap for me. I'm no longer going to be the servant of it. I'm not going to be the victim anymore. I'm going to identify the problem solve, fix it. Whatever it takes, and override it.
What's more important, technique or attitude?
Attitude comes first. We got to have guys that are going to believe in our mission. They're going to believe in what we want to do. Once they believe, then we can teach them the technique. It all starts with our mindset.
So they sent me to Johns Hopkins. Everybody studied my body. They studied everything. And one guy said, you know what? We can't find anything on how you did all this. How are you able to do all this? A head guy came in from MIT. And he said, you know how he did it?
You know, it's the big challenge. It's when you're not willing to do something, but you have to do it. This is the main point. This is why I say our mind, it's a box of surprises, and you have to challenge yourself to
be a monster. You know, because everyone says, well, you should be harmless, virtuous. You shouldn't do anyone any harm. You should sheath your competitive instinct. You shouldn't try to win. You know, you don't want to be too aggressive. You don't want to be too assertive. You want to take a back seat and all of that. It's like, no, wrong. You should be a monster, an absolute monster. And then you should learn how to control it.
There is no excuse for not being the hardest worker. Yeah, someone might be bigger, stronger, faster, quicker, younger, whatever else. But there is no excuse to not be the hardest worker there. And when you believe that you have the ability to do something, that the life that you're living right now is going down this direction, you hate where it is. There is nothing else to do but to change direction. A belief that I cannot go that way anymore. I gotta go this way. And what do you have to lose? You know the outcome if you continue the same. Why not just commit one time in your life to something? See what happens. There are no losers in the world of passion and commitment to something. No one loses there. The losers are the people that sit at the starting line and never initiate.
So it really was a decision that I had to make for myself. And the framework I found, which made the decision incredibly easy, was what I called, which only a nerd would call, a regret minimization framework. So I wanted to project myself forward to age 80 and say, okay, now I'm looking back on my life. I want to have minimized the number of regrets I have. And you know, I knew that when I was 80, I was not going to regret having tried this. I was not going to regret having wanted, trying to participate in this thing called the internet that I thought was going to be a really big deal. I knew that if I failed, I wouldn't regret that. But I knew the one thing I might regret is not ever having tried.
Tough times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. Weak men create tough times.
You want to know if you're talking about young men that might not have any direction right now? Go do something that's hard. Go try and accomplish something that's hard. You may win, you may lose, you may succeed, you may fail. I'll tell you what, you'll be better. If you avoid those things that are hard, if you don't accept that challenge, if you don't step up and step into that cold water, and you sit on your couch and eat Doritos, I can tell you this is not a good move. This is not a good move. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just get up, move towards that challenge, whatever that challenge is. Move towards that challenge and go attack it. And you may be successful and you may not be successful, but you will be better. And the next challenge, you're going to be more prepared for. And the next challenge after that, you're going to be even more prepared for. And you're going to fail, 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 and then you're going to win. And that's life. Life without those challenges, it's just existence. Don't just exist. Go live.
Go. Go. Yep. It's you when all that fear that's in your head, all the what ifs and the scenarios that you create inside your own mind that are way worse than anything that is actually going to happen, they all disappear when you go. So just take action.